What's going on, everybody?
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Welcome back to the What Was I Saying podcast.
Welcome back, y'all. You here?
You here?
You here?
We actually got a special guest, or what would you call it, special guest, or?
Our first guest. Actually, our first guest was the dog. So he's the second.
So second.
What was the name of the dog?
Lily.
Lily
dog.
Lily is.
Yeah.
We need to put a frame picture of Lily because she was our very, very first guest.
Yep.
That's big time.
Yeah.
For this podcast.
But we've got we've got Ben in the house.
What's going on?
Now, is it Ben or Benjamin?
Well, on my birth certificate, it was Benjamin, but people call me Ben.
Okay, I figure most people. I don't know if anybody's ever been just named Ben.
Just Ben.
Yeah, like Matthew
Yep.
or Matt.
Yeah, Matthew, and I go by
That's what
Matt.
I'm saying. See, that's how it always is.
Are you Jeremiah?
No, I'm not.
Jeremiah?
My uncle used to sing that Jeremiah was a bullfrog song to me, and I hated it. You remember that song?
I like that song.
I cannot. Every time you around, I'd come in the door. He's like, Jeremiah was. I'm like, stop. That and then the song by Pearl Jam when that came out, I was like, I'm done.
Dude, those are both great songs. One
No,
of them
they're
is
not.
an amazing
When
song.
it's
Jeremiah
your name,
Bullfrogs, okay.
no, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a song of Matt. I don't think there's a Benjamin song either. I don't think so.
Breaking Benjamin's a band.
That's true.
Yeah. So we got Ben in here to basically, because of what was I saying, and we can't remember anything. And when we look up stuff, we don't know.
What was I thinking?
So we got him in here to keep us on track. So, with that being said,
No pressure.
look this up, Ben. No, I'm kidding. But if you hear something that we have no idea what we're talking about, just let us know.
If it's any questions about math, history,
Yeah.
I'll need your help because I'm not good at neither.
Yeah.
all.
And chime in, man, if you got something to say.
Chime
All right.
in.
Cool. Now, let's get into this thing, man.
What are we doing?
I don't know what you've been up to.
What was I doing?
What was I doing?
What was I doing? I don't know. Getting ready for New Year's. New Year's right around the corner.
Yeah,
It'll
what
be
do you-
a whole nother year in
Dude,
2
this
days.
year
2
flew
days?
by.
It did. Felt like the second year, the first part of the year was slow, and then somebody put their foot on the pedal, and then after the summer it was just like, phew.
Yeah, after summer. I can agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree there. Because I said the same thing in 2016.
So, I think we all say the same thing.
But I
every
think
year.
2016 went by faster than 2017.
Something. It's just different when you're older, though.
Yeah.
You know,
What are you doing for New Year's?
Atlanta. We're leaving Atlanta for tomorrow morning. We did it last year. It was just fun, just something different, just get away because there's really not that much going on here.
Yeah.
They do the Pelican Drop, but I think they're dropping at 8:00.
Oh,
Random.
that's always good.
I know, for families, and then after that they'll let the partiers come out, but they're not re-dropping it. I don't think at midnight.
What? But how does that work? It just
I don't
falls
know.
down a building.
It's like just like the ball, how they lower it. When I first moved here too, I thought they just got a real pelican, and just like, you know.
They drop it.
What does a pelican sound? Quack.
That was close enough.
It doesn't do quack. It goes.
A pelican. Pelicans don't.
Look it up.
Yeah, there we go. That's the first
That
thing.
sounds so demanding.
What sound does
does
a
a
pelican
pelican
make?
Find it on YouTube.
Give me a second.
Go.
And then here's this.
Researcher, analysts.
Yeah. Golly, I'm trying to move all these.
If you got a
things.
fancy title, there we go.
The first thing is look this up.
We want to know.
Oh, you got the new iPhone. It doesn't have a headphone jack, does it?
Oh, hold on. That's an ad.
It will. That's sad. Because not all of us are like Matt,
Here you go,
who does
here you
YouTube.
Okay.
2018.
Sounds like somebody just dropped that thing. Is that thing from Pensacola? Somebody just dropped that pelican right on his head.
That is.
Or that's what he sounds like
It
after
sounds
New
like a
Year's.
dog. Hold up. Yeah.
That sounds like a dog? It must sound weird in my headphones.
That's
Sounds like a
a
pig.
pig. Yeah, it's a pig. What the heck?
But that is a pelican.
Yeah. Pelican bird.
PETA, if you're listening, no pelicans were harmed in the making of this podcast.
Except at midnight in Pensacola.
And then Mobile does the moon pie drop. And
Yeah,
at
that's
first,
a little safer.
But at first I thought it was a real moon. I was like, you're going to waste a good moon pie? Like,
No, we
who
just
eats
drop
it
it.
afterwards? It's all like, like a, the little pelican does look a little ghetto. He's like wobbles as he's going down and like.
Well, heck, if he sounds like that,
That's true.
he's in trouble.
That would be even more funny if it made the sound as it was going down.
I think people will be like, this is the last year I think we're going to come to this.
Exactly. But yeah, so this is what I heard. Rumor has it. So 8 o'clock, just sort of how they do gallery night now. Gallery night split into two: family first, and then they would let the people start selling alcohol like after 8:30.
Okay.
So I think they're doing that for Pelican Drop. I've done it a couple of years. It was fun, but it was just I don't know. I don't like all that.
Yeah. I mean,
much.
the Times Square thing, I think it's just going to New York and seeing it, but actually seeing it. I don't
Do you
really
realize how
care.
early people have to get there? People are there now, I think, ready for 2 days, I think.
Yeah, but
They have to
once
get
you're in
their
the middle,
whole-
you can't get out.
That's what I'm saying. How do you pee? How do you poop?
Dude, when I went to the,
How do you eat?
When I went to the Eric Church concert,
Yeah.
we piled up, and then you look behind you and you go, well, I'm never going to make it out. So we had these Daisy Duke shorts on.
You had a Daisy Duke one?
Yeah, like rodeo. It's a rodeo thing. It was the Auburn Rodeo. Anyway, as a matter of fact, I'm posting. I can't post a picture. We're doing a podcast.
On the
I was like,
Aftercast, we'll do it.
yeah. As a matter of fact, I'll show it on the Aftercast at the end. So go watch that.
Do we want to watch it?
Yeah, you want to see this? It's not me peeing.
Look at that map with the Daisy Dukes on.
I ought to say that it's not a picture of me peeing. It's just a
okay.
picture of me in the shorts.
Ugh.
But they were so short that I was just standing and I got my butt. I said, dude, y'all just
They were
look
so
around.
short. You just.
And so I just, boom, I just pulled it out and peed right there in the dirt as I'm watching the concert, looking around. And dude, it felt like I peed the entire concert.
Like, there's nothing worse than when you have to pee super, super bad. Like,
Oh, it hurts.
I'll never forget. It was either me or my friend Nick. One of us had to pee so bad, and it was at the Pelican Drop. And all they had was porta potties there, and the line was so long. And I mean, we were hurting. Like, I mean, we were like, okay, something's gonna happen. Like, I'm gonna like pee right here, and just that pain of like, I gotta pee.
Yeah.
So imagine Times Square people. They're just there for a whole day.
And it's cold.
Yeah.
See, with me, it was hot.
Supposedly, this is supposed to be the most coldest. I think it's going to be -4, I think, up there. So it'll be like the coldest on record, I heard.
Whatever happened to global warming? People are going to freeze.
Some people don't believe in global warming, so I guess it's
But
2018, the year of global
-4.
warming. Yeah.
And people are still going to be out there just, yes, we love it.
I
Frozen.
know.
Dude, I don't think I've ever been
weird.
in the negatives. I might have seen -1 one time.
Yeah. And
But-
then sometimes you have like the wind chill makes it. You know, I just
Oh.
realized I just had like a aha moment. It's
I
so
saw
stupid.
that on your face. It was
Yeah.
like, you're like, it's the wind chill.
Because, you
Oh,
know, here in the summer, they'll say it's 95, but it feels like 102.
the heat index, right.
And then in the winter, some places they say it's 20, but it feels like negative, whatever, due to the wind chill factor. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. I just realized.
Well, I think,
I just realized that exists in the world.
now I could be totally wrong,
Because
but I
of-
think the heat index would have to do with the humidity in the air.
Yeah.
And then your
That's
wind
why it
chill,
sucks
because you can
for us
have a
here.
wind chill
Yeah.
even in the summer.
Like if you go to New Orleans in the summer or go here in the summer, two totally different temperatures. Like you'll feel like you're dying in New Orleans. I think it's because they're below
Oh.
sea level.
No
And
doubt.
it's just humidity. I'm talking about so bad. Like you just want to.
And you know, I always thought maybe up north it doesn't get so hot. But when I was in the 9th grade, we went to New York for the last time Billy Graham
Yeah.
was doing his thing. We went up there and saw him, and that might have been the hottest day I've ever been in.
But it's a different heat though.
It was miserable. I hated
But
it
it's not like here though. Here even you could just even sometimes at night you could just stand outside
for a second, and you're wet.
and you're sweating. Yeah. I even my work used to fly us to Texas all the time, and they have a dry heat over there. It's as hot as Texas get. It's still not the humidity's not as bad over there.
Right, it's like dry
So
air, like an oven. When
I
you
feel
open
like it stops in New Orleans. Like humidity comes here, and New Orleans just grabs it and says, "We're taking it all." Because after that, you don't really get humidity. Because even I went to California, and it was wasn't that hot.
the mountain range will block off, which would be
But there's no mountains. But there's no
Arizona,
mountains between.
right, the Louisiana,
New Orleans.
Texas. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't remember that big mountain that
Yeah,
just
that
separates the two
just
states?
separated.
Yeah.
The Louisiana Texas mountain. That's
Yeah,
so
dude, I
funny.
go there all the time.
all the time.
Surprised y'all hadn't seen it.
I hike all the time there.
Yeah.
So fun. Have you ever hiked?
You mean actually go on a hike?
Yeah. See, I think that's what's funny. Like, okay, there's rock climbing and then there's hiking, like hiking up a mountain. So what's the difference?
Nothing.
Okay.
People that don't do it.
Is it the
call
death
hiking.
factor?
See, where I'm from, I just walked around. I mean, I guess that's technically hiking.
But was it a mountain? Do y'all have mountains up there?
We had hills.
Okay, you have hills. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But like Tennessee has mountains, and like Mount Everest, that kind of thing. That's actually like going up a mountain. But if you just go like hiking, that's
You can go hiking. Just
hike.
let's go hike right now.
Let's just go hike.
Did you just
Yeah.
go running? No, I was hiking.
I was hiking. It just sounds so.
Do you see these shoes on? These are hiking shoes.
Exactly.
What's the pace for hiking?
Is it like a mall walker pace?
Yeah. Did you ever see the Olympics with the speed walkers because they can't get faster than a run?
They're just. I love them like
Hiking.
hiking. Yeah, and then there's special shoes for it. I guess hiking shoes. That way you don't fall.
Yeah.
And you got the rope around you. It's just too much for me. Like, cause I don't like heights. Like I'll do roller coasters all day long, but I can't do a Ferris wheel, and I wouldn't do a mountain because I'm like, no.
Dude, I used to like heights. Was never afraid of them, ever. When I was 21 or 22, could have been even younger than that, maybe. But it was sophomore year of college, maybe. We go up to this mountain, if that's what you want to call it.
The mountain.
It was a waterfall, and it was a huge drop off. Well, I wanted to see.
So
over
like like in it. Remember it? They did that. Remember they all jumped off the thing because the girl.
Different. This was a waterfall, but if you would have jumped into the water, you would have hit the bottom.
Ugh.
Like it wasn't enough water to fall.
Yeah.
Well, you can go up on these rocks, and everybody kind of camps below it. And I say everybody, there was one tent, and they so we just kind of went hiking. Oh, okay. So I did go hiking that day. We actually went to go find that waterfall. So we found it. Well, we climb up on top of this big thing. It's big, tall. I'd say 90 feet, and I was like, man, I want to see over it. Well, I go to see over it, and the gravel gives underneath my foot, and there was this little tree that just happened to be growing right there. And I said, fuck, I'm dead. And that would have been the last words of my whole life.
Your
like,
whole
when
entire
Facebook, when it was
life.
like big popular, people were just writing, fuck, I'm dead, and all this stuff. And then Hutch, who played basketball, he grabbed my arm, pulled me up. And then I think that's what screwed me up, because now I hate heights. And that's the only thing I can pinpoint it to.
Yeah.
Is maybe.
Like
used
I
to
can do
love 'em.
airplanes. Now I don't sit there and like gaze out the window the whole time, but I don't get freaked out over that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But something a Ferris wheel I can't take just because you get stuck up there, and then of course you're gonna have that one idiot who wants to rock the boat. No.
Yeah. The rocking this stuff is crazy. And the fair rides. Do you ever go on any of those?
No.
They scare me to death.
As a kid,
like looking at them.
yes, but then as an adult, you realize that those rides were somewhere else last week, and so I'm like, no.
Yes. Like the swings going around and around. I just
See, I
want
will never do the
one
swings,
time for it to
ever.
fly off
No.
and just end up in like the cotton candy machines or
Yes.
something. Just
I will never, ever do the swings. That's one thing, you know. And if people like freak out because they're like, "Oh, you'll do roller coasters, but you want to do the swings," to me, it's two totally different worlds of fear.
yes.
Because a roller coaster, you're like, you know, you just go over the hill real fast, like
Unless
super
it
high.
comes off the tracks, you're good.
Well, that's bad.
Well, I guess it's the same thing unless it comes off
There
the
are,
chain.
if you want to get freaked out, there are like you can like look up on YouTube like amusement park accidents or freakouts. Like so many people like there's been like I think 10 people's died over Disney over the years. It's crazy.
There was a Tosh.0, and I guess, but Daniel Tosh, he says oh, sorry about that. The golly, I've lost my train of thought.
Daniel Tosh,
Yes,
roller coasters.
that's
Go.
it. That's what I wanted. He was telling a joke
What was
where
I
a
saying?
guy, his hat fell off of the roller coaster, and and they're like, well, it's lost, you know, and he's like, forget that. So he goes around, climbs over the fence
To get it,
to get it. And the girl's leg, you know, the ones that you sit in, and was it Batman?
yeah, Batman does that.
And I don't know if it was Batman that actually, you know, this happened,
Yeah.
but it could be. And so it's going around. Well, he's jumping over, like, you know, they got like 4 or 5
I think
fences.
it was Batman that did it.
And
It
it
was
could
Six Flags.
And the girl punted his head off.
Oh my god!
Like,
And she didn't even know probably at all.
It shattered her leg and everything.
Oh my god!
Well, his head, he got decapitated.
Oh yeah.
Now, given I'm hearing this
Over your
from a
hat.
stand-up,
But no.
Comedian, so it
I
could be,
remember hearing
like-
that. I remember
yeah.
hearing that. I do remember it. Like, yeah.
Like,
Because
that's your
I
time to
remember
go.
Batman, your legs dangled, but on the Superman, it actually lifted you up, so you were actually right. You rode the thing like you were Superman, like you were flat in the air.
oh, that made me sick.
It was cool. It was
Yeah.
cool. I liked it.
But can you imagine her stories? Like,
How do you get decapitated by a leg?
I guess the speed.
The force of it.
The speed of it, because you're like, like he goes to pick up his hat and just boom. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that.
That's crazy.
Or maybe it was her leg / the piece of metal that was, you know,
Yeah.
here.
But
it could
your
have been
leg,
high.
your leg could do it. I mean that. Yeah.
Because you got to think, he's probably, let's just say 6 foot.
Yeah.
You know, somewhere close. And then above that, yeah. So they'll have leeway, so you're not going to hit
It's
the
just two
ground or
objects.
anything.
So like imagine, so you're going through a tunnel, and like if you have your hands in the air and you go through the tunnel and it's too low, your hands are gone because that tunnel.
Yeah, depending on speed.
Yeah. Decapitation.
Yeah, because they do it going under signs.
It's like, not our friend.
No, I've never liked it.
Never.
I've had it a few times at restaurants, but not crazy about
Never.
Yeah.
That's crazy though. Like I couldn't imagine. Like, I mean, I think I would be done with amusement parks if something bad happened. You know.
Yeah. How was your weekend? Well, I knocked the dude's head off with my foot. You know, other than that, they're like, wait, what?
Or my husband lost his head.
What happened to your leg? Oh, you don't. Oh, you want to know the story?
And you can't, in no way, shape, or form, is that Six Flags' fault.
No, because there was all these signs up and everything.
And there's a fence. I mean, that's why there's so much of that. Those words up. You know what I mean? That tells you words, instructions. That's why those words are up in an order. What am I saying? Who am I? Order. What am I? Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Mm-hmm.
Order tumor. I'll be back.
He does say one of those things.
Oh, he says tumor.
Does it tumor?
Yeah, it's not a tumor. What was it on?
The twins?
I think so. Yeah.
Was it really? Because that's the only thing I can think of.
That was such a classic movie.
As a matter of fact, where we at over there?
He says tumor. Oh, it's not a tumor.
See?
It's that.
Not a tumor.
I have a headache.
It might be a tumor.
Oh, Kindergarten Cop.
It's not a tumor.
Yep.
It's not a tumor at all.
It's not a tumor. Kindergarten Cop.
Yep.
See that? This is why we got you here.
This is why we have a research analyst.
Look at that. So,
We're getting
Kindergarten
a name
Cop.
badge.
I've never seen Kindergarten Cop.
I've seen it.
You've never seen it. See, I mean, he's
Is it
seen it.
good?
You
I'm
haven't seen
surprised
it.
I've seen it. I don't. Wasn't it about like him and some teacher or something?
He
like,
was a teacher because he was trying to. What it was one of the students. Spoiler alert. If you haven't seen the movie from the 80s,
I was gonna say.
one of the kids in the class's parents is somehow associated with some kind of drug dealer or something in that instance. So he becomes a substitute teacher there, so he can try to scout out the parent to figure out who it is. So and then hijinks ensue. Actually, I'm so sorry. His partner was going to be the teacher because she was a girl. His partner got hurt, so he stepped in for her. And he's like this big burly, what is he? Austrian?
Yeah, he is Austrian.
And like huge. And that was like whenever he hit, his career. I mean, his career in the 80s.
So he was big in that movie then. Still.
Yeah. He's all. I mean.
Yeah, even now, man. I don't know if you've seen him.
He's a beast now.
Yeah.
There's some people that like, they just train so hard that even if they quit working out and they in their eyes they're flabby and all, they're still cut. You know what I mean? And he's just one of those people because you trained your body so much. It's just like pow, pow, pow.
There was a picture floating around of him without his shirt on at the beach, and he was all like looking. But they were saying that was right after he had surgery or something else was going on. But as soon as he got better, I mean, he got back.
Yeah.
I mean, how old is he? 60?
It's gotta be something.
Yeah, how old is Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Give me a second.
Because I'm gonna say 67.
I'm gonna say
70.
yeah.
70.
I'm gonna say 70.
Wow.
Right.
Just kidding.
So to be that, pull up a picture of him at 70 without his shirt on.
Shirt on.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna. And that porno that he was in too. Just pull it up while you're looking.
With him and his babysitter, not his nanny.
The maid.
The maid.
The
yeah.
maid.
Yeah.
I like that's her.
I love
That's
that
her name is the maid.
I love that he did not see.
Dude, that's him at 70?
Seriously,
Dude, that's jacked.
I mean, if that's a dad bod, then that's a good dad bod.
Dude,
I mean,
if I'm 70 years old,
a
and I look
granddad
like that.
bod, but that's a good granddad bod.
That's a great granddad bod.
Doesn't even have gray hair.
I mean, for real. If I saw him at the club, I'd be like, "Hey, Arnold. Hey,
Golly.
how you do?"
I like listening to his motivational stuff right before I go to work out or something.
Yeah.
Like his old stuff.
Yeah.
And man, what was the book that he wrote? It's a great book. Final Recall.
Total Recall. That's the movie he was in.
And he has an encyclopedia for bodybuilding. Total Recall.
Okay, so that is what it's called.
My unbelievably true life story.
Yes.
So it makes it off with a lot of people. If they have a popular movie, they'll name it their books after that.
Let me tell you why I like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Forget the nanny thing. Whatever. Besides,
I just love
all
the fact that
stuff
he owned up to that though. I thought that was cool. He's like, "Yeah, I got a son. I've been paying him for years." Why is he New Yorking out all of a sudden? I don't know.
Hey,
I'll be back. Hey,
why did he just change his accent when he was talking about that?
Hey,
That's how he sounded.
take my money. Hey,
But he was in Austria, then he was in the Austrian army or whatever, and then he comes here and he's like, I'm gonna be the best bodybuilder or win Mr. Olympia. He did it 7 times, and then he's like, I want to be the highest paid movie star.
What was his first movie? I like this. Just I feel like I'm snapping my fingers. Go research.
I'm gonna say Terminator.
I was gonna say Predator.
What is that?
Watch it be like some like.
Yeah.
I think he does have a porno though. I really do think that.
Oh, you mean just like at his house on tape?
Like somebody like
Hercules in New York.
Because it was the guy who played Hercules won Mr. Olympia in the 50s.
And so now he won it because he was Mr. Olympia.
Well, I think he just became friends with that guy and he let him in his video.
Which came out first, Terminator or Predator?
I don't think I've seen Predator, dude.
I remember as a kid seeing it, I think.
Did you? But what I was saying is he was like, all right, I'm going to go to the United States and become the highest or bodybuilder. Won Mr. Olympia 7 times. And he was like, I'm going to go into the movies. And they're like, what? With that act? You can't even talk. You can't speak.
Yeah.
He's got one of the most famous lines.
Yeah.
And he was the highest paid at like one time for a movie, blah, 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 blah. And so he did that. And then he's like, you know what? I'm going to go run for governor.
Yeah.
And then he got into politics. And you're like, dude, when you think of just like.
All that?
Yeah.
Which came first?
Terminator.
Terminator came before Predator.
1984, the Terminator came out, and then Predator came out in 1987.
Oh, you're right. I wish it's one of those films, trilogies or franchises. Terminator 2 was awesome.
Yeah,
it was one of the few sequels that was better than all the others, and it's struggled since. It's just not as good. But Terminator 2 was like when the guy with the whole metal thing. Mm-hmm. That was badass.
The best sequel, man. My favorite sequel, I don't know if it's better than the first one, but it's Godfather.
I remember, I've never seen those.
Oh, yeah. Dude, you got to watch them.
But, ladies and gentlemen, I did make Matt watch a movie last night.
Oh, yeah. I watched Get Out.
Yes. If you guys stay tuned to our Aftercast, we're going to talk about the year in review and stuff. So I figured it was one of my favorite movies of the year. So I wanted you to watch it. Plus, we always talk about you watching more movies. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to do it again. It was literally exhausting.
I don't
absolutely, positively.
Like Jeremy's behind me,
exhausting.
kind of the way I was like laying on the couch. And anyway, I know this is like boring. You don't care, but I just want to know what's going on. But I had people tell me that I talk during movies a lot because I have to make it funny in my head.
He wants me to spoil everything, and then he starts talking to the people on the screen, and it was just like, dude, like I was like. Every time finally, I was just like, just watch the movie, just watch the movie. But so and so gonna walk in the door, just watch the movie, just watch the movie. It was so funny, but yeah.
Hey, I look back and Jim was just like, stop.
I was like, just watch the movie.
And there was like,
because I feel like you can't. I go into a movie, and I think this is why my friends pick on me because they always tell me I love every kind of movie, even though I don't. But I just go into a movie with just I free my mind, like cut off from the world for those 2 hours. Nowadays, 3-hour movie. Boom, that's what I'm there for. But I feel like if you're constantly wanting to know what's going to happen next, who's going to do this, like you can't, how do you enjoy the movie if you're like that?
I think, let me tell you what it is if you hadn't seen the movie yet, I probably wouldn't have talked as much.
So next time I will lie and say, this movie right here, I've never seen it. Let's watch it together.
Or just watch one that you've never watched. Like, really.
Oh, that's true.
But I think that might have been what it was because I knew you'd already seen it. So I'm like, all right, so am I on the right page here? I think I'm trying to guess it in my head. And then I'm looking for you for validation with it.
That's what it was. Okay, I can see that. I
think that's more of how.
So you're not like that with people, but so you don't still try to guess it with people even if they've never seen it? Is that what you're telling me?
But if we've never seen it before, they might have an opinion too.
Does your sister like scary movies? I feel like I would love to watch a scary movie
like
with your sister.
She's more of like the 90s.
I feel like she's the whole time she's like, ooh, like the whole, you know what I mean? Because she's so sweet.
Yeah.
And she's so like innocent. And I just feel like the whole time she's watching with her eyes closed, like, oh,
she doesn't like blood and gory stuff.
Yeah,
she likes ghost stuff.
But she's a doctor. So.
So yeah, that's why she don't. Yeah,
like
that's like a daily
war, death and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
that's so funny.
I remember The Remnant. Do you know that horse gets shot at the beginning? He just walks up, shoots.
Spoiler alert! God, I've never seen it.
That's a huge spoiler. The horse dies.
I don't like.
It's just like this real quick scene when they run up in the beginning.
Yeah.
And the guy just walks up, shoots the horse right in the face, and she was like, "Well, this is it for me. I'm not watching any more of this movie."
Yeah.
And it was kind of
hard
to watch.
I just held a man's heart in my hands, but I can't watch a horse get shot.
It was crazy because like all these people are dying around him, and the horse gets shot. Nope, that's the final. Oh, Ben, yesterday, that video we saw a puppy get eaten by a.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Well, it's a boa.
The yellow boa
Python.
python.
Nope.
Thing.
Nope. It would not
It was
happen.
awful.
It would not happen
I hate
with
it.
these eyes. These eyes will not see it.
Well, I thought it wasn't gonna happen.
Do you want to see it?
No.
Dude,
for
no,
real.
no, you really don't.
I don't.
Because the puppy's
For real.
all fuzzy, and you're like, oh, and then
It's so bad.
I can't.
It's so
I'm
bad.
so
like, oh
terrified.
my God.
Sex is one of those things that I'm so terrified of. Like if I see it, like I'll think about it that day. I'll dream about it that night, and I have to like do some kind of cleansing. Like I'm so terrified of
wow.
it. Like snakes scare. I've only seen one like up close without being in a cage. And we were driving to my mom's driveway. We just got back from the store, and it started slithering across the driveway. And I got in my car, and I kept running it over, like backwards, going forward, going backwards, going. And that little bitch still. And so I wound up going to the porch and curled up. And I'm freaking out. I'm in flip flops. So we called my sister.
You're a flip flop.
I was in my flip flops,
Oh,
and so
I thought you called yourself a flip flop.
Well, no,
Well,
that would have been funny. But
The-
I was in my flip flops, so I called my sister-in-law to come over. It's like, wearing shoes, you wear your shoes. And so my sister-in-law, we got a shovel, so we wound up like hacking its head off.
Mm-hmm.
And when literally as I'm carrying the head to throw it in the back of my mom's yard, she's got like pile of leaves or something like that. The little head's coming at me like, rah, rah, like it's dead. Like he's not even on the body.
What kind of snake was it? Was it like a garden snake?
That's what pisses me off about people with snakes. I don't care. People always, that's the first question with snakes. And people are like, so what kind was it? Did you interview it? What is it like for dinner? I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that everybody wants to know, whether it was poisonous. How many rings did it have on it? I don't care.
see, with me, I won't kill a chicken snake. Even if it's huge, it's big, I will just
I don't
watch
care.
it.
Like, I don't care if it's a buffalo chicken
I'll
snake.
catch it
I don't
and-
care.
I'll
I
catch
don't
it
care.
and the buffalo chicken
Don't
snake.
care.
But I'll
Why do
carry
people
them
ask
around.
that though? Why does it matter what kind of snake it was?
Because you don't want to kill rat snakes or
What
chicken
the
snakes.
motherfucker? Yes, you do.
Why? They're not going to kill you. They just come up and but they could bite you,
Exactly.
but you're not going to die.
I don't care. Mentally, I'm
They
already
just
dead.
scare you?
Mentally, I'm already dead.
Yeah.
I can't. Like
A lot of people
like, even
freak
now,
out.
I'm getting flustered. Like,
Like,
I'm
I could tell, man. You're over there like standing up.
I'm
and-
like, I can't. Like,
Well, pacing back and
that's
forth.
but that's like seriously. I put a warning every spring on my Facebook. I will delete you if you start posting your snake pictures of what you caught in your yard. And I have deleted people. I'm like,
Oh my
bye
God,
out of my
dude.
life. Bye, Felicia. I do not need you.
Huh.
I do not need you and your snake.
I might have some pranks coming up on
No,
old Jeremy.
seriously,
What if the?
if you dress up as Snake as Elvis,
I
I'm
was
gonna
just
tell you.
about to say it. I swear to God, it was fixing to come out of my mouth.
I don't know if that would be because then I'd be, oh, it's fake. Da-da-da. But if like if a man, an
Thank you
Elvis
very
man,
much. And the
if
snake just
Elvis,
slithered?
if an Elvis man threw a snake on me, I'm like playing my funeral.
What do
I'd
you
be
do?
dead.
Just turn your body inside out
I
and
go
fall
into
down?
I go into a fetal position and I'm like, then I make that noise.
Hey, what? That's the only noise that's acceptable when you have an Elvis throw a snake on you. It's
I couldn't.
You sounded like that penguin that got dropped.
Or the
penguin?
Penguin?
Did you say penguin?
I said what I said, y'all.
Pelican. It's a
Yeah,
pelican.
pelican.
Why is it? I think it would be better if we would be the Pensacola, because our Pensacola Pelicans.
That was a baseball team a while back.
That's what I thought. Okay, but why can't we be the Pensacola Penguins? I think that'd be a lot better.
I guess because
Why-
penguins aren't down here and pelicans are.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait.
shut up!
I mean,
hate
that's the
you. I
only
hate
thing
you
I'm
and your smart face.
That's smart. You smart face. Your
You
face
smart
is so
face.
smart.
Get away! Why don't you go count some
Yeah.
snakes' rings?
Oh, you just look like you have a smart
What
face.
color is the snake? I don't care. Will you tell me? Penguin. I just think it would be cool to have a penguin as a mascot over a pelican.
But would you be like scared to face a team that were like penguins? Like, you know how like teams have
There's a
like,
hockey team. The Penguins are
gators.
pretty damn good.
Yeah, I know. but,
Yeah,
like,
because I feel like
gators
penguins. Because
and
when you have a beak like that, I mean,
tigers.
what can a pelican do? You know,
Well, here's the thing.
I'm too big for it to swoop me up.
Yeah. Well,
It ain't
penguins.
gonna pick me up.
I would be more afraid of penguins than pelicans
Me too. Me too.
yeah.
because penguins
I
you
do
don't hear
too.
much. You're like, dude, the
And
penguins
birds
just
can
beat
be
the
mean.
crap out of the tigers.
Birds can be mean.
Penguins slap you.
That's true. You've not seen that meme where he just falls over? There, we rest our case. Then
They will jump up and slap you in the face. Penguins are assholes.
They
dude.
will.
Yeah.
They're like a woman. They're like slap, bam.
Yeah. You don't have pelicans walking up and just slapping you. Taking your
Exactly.
wallet.
They'll try to like gulp your water and be like, you can taste it, and I can get some more.
Dude, you ever seen a pelican yawn?
I don't think I have.
Look it up real quick and show him this. Their whole, it's like their thing, and it does just like this. All right, so here's my face, right? And it goes, like it is the craziest
Like
thing
the
you've
Oral,
ever
remember the
seen.
Oral B guy in the toothpaste commercials? Remember his head would go all the way back because it show you had the brush. The
Look at
back
that.
here.
You see that?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
If I could yawn like that in the morning, it'd be a good day.
They pull your whole neck back.
But they also have to do that to eat, though, too.
Jesus.
It's crazy, isn't it?
But I think they make the same move to eat, too.
Oh, to get the fish back? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So they're used to doing their neck back like that. Mm-hmm. I whip my neck back and forth.
Whip my neck back and forth. Speaking of necks back and forth,
Are we done?
let's get out of here, man.
Our
Because we are going to
Thank
do
you to
the
our
aftercast.
research analysts.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How did you enjoy your first
It was
podcast? Not
great.
talking about much,
I had a blast.
but hey, we got him here with
He's gonna
kindergarten
go back.
cop.
He's gonna go back to college and tell everyone about it.
Yeah, he'll go back and be like, "Look, I'm never going back to that place. I don't know what this is." Like, it was funny because he didn't even know he was doing this. I was like, "Hey, come in here real quick. I need your help."
He's like,
okay.
"What am I doing?" And then every time he asks a question, he'd be like, "You're doing this," and he does another question, "But you're still gonna do this." He's like, "Okay, I just want to know what I'm doing."
But see, I'm thinking if we get a laptop
Yeah.
and we just do it, bam. Anyway, we got big stuff coming, new studio coming.
Aftercast.
And Jeremy, where can they find us?
They can find us at, I always say YouTube, but they're always probably on YouTube. Actually, no, this is probably iTunes, YouTube, Google Play, or with Stitcher.
Yes, but I've got to get them actually there. But we
Yes,
have
but-
a WWIS.
so,
SoundCloud.
And Spotify, please.
Yep,
Spotify.
SoundCloud.
Everybody petition Spotify. Get a petition.
I think we're gonna be good with Spotify. I just hadn't got that email. We might be up right now. I hadn't looked.
It might be good for the new year. Hope everyone has a good new year.
Oh yeah, we won't see y'all again until.
Don't you love when people say that? I'll see you next year. People do that.
No, I'm not gonna say it. Like I was fixing to say it.
You
and you're
were
like,
gonna say
you're
it.
in the spot.
I said it last night at trivia. Then I was like, God, I'm that guy. See you next year.
See y'all next year. Damn it.
But you know what? We will. We'll see y'all next year. Now, why is it at the end I always look at the camera?
Dude, you tripped me out last week doing that.
The whole time I'm like, da-da-da-da-da, and then you're like, wait, we're not recording.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening.
From the three of us
See y'all
to
in
the three of you
next
listening.
One. All
Happy
three.
New Year.
Happy New Year, guys.
Bye.